Hello guys, my name is JJ. Welcome to my channel here on YouTube, which is less than a week old. So thank you so much for viewing. This is going to be a tarot reading for my lovely Virgos out there. Before I start this reading, I'd like to admit something. I've been a little bit worried about doing this Virgo reading because Virgos mean a lot to me. They really do. Every major relationship I've ever had in my entire life so far has been with a Virgo. And it's not like I go picking out a Virgo and saying like, hey, you Virgo out there, you come to meet. No, I usually find this out like weeks, sometimes even months into knowing a person, because the first question I ask is not, hey, what's your sun sign? Or, hey, when's your birthday? No, I don't do that. So I'm usually already extremely drawn to the person when I find out that they're Virgos. I'm like, wow, what a coincidence. So I do love you guys sincerely, but it also means that because I have such strong emotional attachment to Virgos, that doing this is hard. It's even harder because I know you're perfectionists. You look at every word. You decipher everything. You won't submit a project or a plan or something unless you feel it is 100% to your satisfaction, which it usually isn't. Like you will submit something and you'll think to yourself, oh no, I could have done better. I could have said this better. I could have written it better. I could have designed it better. I could have anything better, basically. Which is what makes you guys like really awesome in the workplace and as artists as well. But it can also drain you and make you really tired. And sometimes, yeah, the people around you can also get a little bit irritated where you're like, well, come on now. Because then we start to think, so are we not good enough for you then? Like, are we perfect enough for you? In my opinion, this doesn't have to be the case. I'm sure plenty of Virgos out there are having the time of their lives with partners they adore. More power to you guys. You guys in relationships, intense. I do adore you. Adore the living crap out of you. But I'm also a little bit scared of you. Yeah. So I've already meditated on your cards, and I'm shuffling now, hoping that the cards will pop out sooner rather than later, because you don't usually like it when people have a read on you. What I mean by that is that sometimes, it can feel like you have a hurricane of emotions going on deep down inside, but on the surface you are calm, still waters, and no one will ever know. And then you go home and you be the hermit. The hermit is your card in the deck of tarot of the Rider-Waite. And the hermit is someone who, isolates themselves from the world for a bit because they need to reflect on their own, on their resources. They need to rejuvenate. Basically, it's kind of like if you were a car and you start to run out of gas. Your gas is you going home, retreating, going within, and restocking on your own energy, which you are earth signs, so basically that's all you need to do anyway. You need to just simply be yourselves and not let anyone interrupt you in the process. And anyone who loves you knows that you need this time for yourself. And that can be tough because sometimes the people who love you, we cling on to you. And if you're upset, we want to get to the bottom of it. And sometimes you close off. And you think we can't help you. Or our help might not be enough help. But Virgos, I respect you. Because you know yourself a lot more than some other signs, maybe. You might not always know what you want, but who does? At least you know you want something to be spick and span. You're very clean. You're extremely organized. You are so detail-oriented. We know this about you. So at least those things are clear. Your energy hasn't popped out yet, though. You have Page of Swords and Two of Cups. Union of sorts with someone. Could it be an air sign? Page of Swords here. You have Judgment. That's popped out in reverse here. Major Arcana. Now the Page of Swords is someone, it's an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, who doesn't necessarily feel like the people around her have her back, So she feels the need to have her sword up in the air and ready to attack, kind of thing. But it can also be very paranoid energy. Because there's no one around her, There's no one around her. But it's kind of like she's anticipating enemies. You will have another sword card that's popped out here, and that's the Five of Swords. And that is a card of... It can be interpreted in two ways, and they're actually quite contradictory for me. It can be interpreted as a card of success, but it can also be interpreted as a card of defeat. Naturally, those are two very contradicting things. And why I say this is because the story, the depiction of the card, is basically someone who's got more swords than he needs in his hands, while two other people who had swords are now walking away from this person. They have dropped their swords, they have given up, and they are walking away while he stands there happy. He's watching them walk away, and yet he's being smug about it. Like, yeah, run, you guys run, see if I care. Or it's that kind of feeling. And that's not very nice. So in this sense, this guy may feel like he's won a victory, but he's actually lost a couple of people in the process. And with this Judgment card being here, if this were in the upright, anyway, Judgment is a judgment. A judgment has been made here. And usually after this comes along, you do rise, from the ashes a lot stronger. The judgment can be tough, but it's something that needs to be done, and you rise from the ashes a lot stronger. With it being in the reverse, it suggests a lack of courage or determination, which is so not like you. What's up with that? You guys are usually actually really courageous. You're very outspoken when you want to be outspoken. But in this moment, it could be that you're feeling a little bit weak about something. Not so confident about it. Is it this union? Could it be this partnership with someone? When the Two of Cups appears, you know, that is a very harmonious card. That is a harmonious relationship. It's a relationship where both people agree with each other. And that is something very important for a Virgo. But are you having your doubts here? This is all past energy, though. You also have the Six of Wands, victory, but again, what sort of victory are we talking about here? Should all come to light soon. Could this relationship be with an air sign, an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini? There has been an offer of love made to you, even more recently. It doesn't have to be from the same person that is showing up here in the Two of Cups. You may have more than one suitor, and I wouldn't blame you. Guys are freaking awesome. Something is holding you back. Something is holding you back from a recent offering of love that's been made. And it could be related to the social order of things. It may even be related to religious factors. This person that you may have met may have completely different beliefs or ideals than you, which can stir a little bit of conflict and uncertainty. And this person can be really stern and not willing to compromise, actually. Why? Because they may have already faced this sort of difficulty in the past with previous partners, where they've made certain sacrifices, and that was a slip, sorry, too many cards came out there. And in the end, those sacrifices may not have worked out for them. So now they're kind of like, they have no mercy when it comes to those things. So it's pretty much like a take it or leave it situation. Yeah. You are fighting this. You are fighting this person. And it's coming out strongly here that this person can be an air sign. And as a result of their extremely stern demeanor, you've decided that your usually passive stance, calm stance, but when I say calm, I mean you're calm from the outside, not necessarily from the inside. So when others look at you, they have no idea what's going on in your head. They're not sure if you're upset, happy, angry. Which can be an issue for an air sign who's usually a lot more direct. A lot more direct. So you've decided to exhibit the characteristics of an air sign and rush into battle as the Knight of Swords, with a direction in mind, with this really feisty, fiery energy. You know, like if the Page of Swords is someone who thinks there are people around her who may want, you know, who may not have her best intentions at heart, that she may have a couple of enemies around, even though it's a bit of a paranoid card, the Knight of Swords is someone who truly believes it, who is riding straight into battle and is making sure that he cuts everyone in his midst. And he's headed straight for this Queen of Swords, who's not taking it. She's like, try. Come at me. Come at me. And she's rather sympathetic though, you know, like even though it's a sword energy, it's a usually emotionless energy, because she's endured a lot of pain in the past, she knows how to be sympathetic to others, where she's considerate. She's rather considerate, even though she's a sword sign, but no mercy. Like, you mess with her, she won't take it. She's sitting comfortably on that throne. She doesn't care. This is turning out to be a very interesting reading, albeit slightly confusing. If this resonates with you guys on any level, let me know. And if it doesn't, let me know. I want to know. You guys of all the signs appreciate accuracy. I know this. It ticks you off if someone uses the wrong word, for instance. Why? But reading for a collective is not easy. It is no easy task. And as I stated, coming to this reading was a little bit difficult for me. I didn't know what to expect. I never know what to expect with Virgos, never. You continue to surprise me. If you have any suggestions as to like how you would like to see readings in the future, whether that's like with specific spreads, or not seeing me shuffle, or JJ, will you please hurry up kind of thing, let me know. For now, I prefer to do it this way because this is how I'm comfortable doing it. You are strong. You have a lot of conviction here. You have a lot of conviction. You want to tame the beast. Strength is also Leo. It is Leo energy. Well, you are strong in your thoughts, usually. And you're picky as hell. Earth signs in general can be quite stubborn. But, you know, you don't... I feel like you're less stubborn, but more... You have conviction. When you want something, you go for it. You go for it sometimes even if you know it's not good for you. It's just because you want it. And then no one can snap you out of it. No one. Only you can snap yourself out of it. And even if you have self-defeating thoughts sometimes, which you realize may be damaging you, no one except you can snap you out of that self-defeating thought. You can have 100 people who care and love for you come to you and say, this is not working for you. Maybe you need to change the way you are approaching things. But until you see it, that's not happening. That ain't happening, basically. The Ace of Wands is a very fresh, new beginnings energies when it comes to having a new idea or a new approach. Why I say this in terms of a new approach is because this, you see how he's riding right into the Queen of Swords, is not going to work for you. So even though you're extremely strong in your beliefs right now regarding your situation, whatever your situation is, like the root of it, at the core of it, which does surround some sort of offering of love here that's come in a very chivalrous manner. So even though it's come in a very chivalrous manner, there's something a little bit off. It doesn't meet your expectations of sorts. It is countering your belief system somehow, which is causing you a little bit of distress. Why? Because maybe you do like this person. Maybe you would like it to work out with whoever this person is, who I'm feeling here is an air sign. So now you're having to turn to a new approach of sorts. And if this hasn't happened yet, it's going to happen. Because this is very futile energy here, in general. The mix of cards suggests that it's not going to work out if you keep on doing whatever it is that you're doing. You are picky. You are, aren't you? Jeez. What is it that's not satisfying you, Virgo? What is it? Because I know you're all very attractive people. You have suitors left, right, and center sometimes, and you don't even realize it sometimes. They could be staring you in the face, and you still don't see it. You're looking at what's right in front of you, and you're not content with what's being offered. You're not content with what you already have. And so someone comes along and says, hey, hi there. Maybe what I have strikes your fancy, but you don't even see that. You're fixated on what it is that you do want, but you're unable to manifest it. Because the more you fixate on what you want, actually, the less it comes to you. Which, yeah, might seem like one hell of a paradox, but it's true. Yes. I know I said earlier that this was very futile energy here. The combination of cards, which I'd like to show you. I hope that the glare doesn't bother you guys too much. I will sort out the quirks of all my readings. I'm still trying to get used to this whole YouTube thing. So thank you for your patience, guys. Really do appreciate it. You see, this set these set of cards here, I felt were extremely futile energy. And then what did you have just pop out here? The Seven of Swords, which literally is futility, in the sense that it is design that's gone wrong. It is a plan that you had, or a plan that you usually have and usually like to implement in certain situations when it comes to people, perhaps. A plan that you usually rely on while you're comfortable with this plan, like you've done it before, and so you do it again, like you are very organized people. So if it's worked for you before in the past, or even if it hasn't, like if you are comfortable because you spend so much time thinking it through, you'll want to implement it. In this case, though, it doesn't work. This guy's juggling far too many swords and needs to probably carry even more, but doesn't have any room for it. You have the Ace of Swords that popped out before that, though. And the Ace of Swords is mental clarity. I think you're going to realize that all this sword energy, like, let me show you. Really? I mean, you'd think that this was like a reading for an air sign. But all of this sword energy here is not working in your favor at all. I don't feel as though this is you. I feel as though this is someone in your life. Usually when the Queen of Swords pops out, rarely do I think that it is the person who I'm reading for, unless I happen to be reading for an air sign, like an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. In this case, I still stand by my word. This is not you. I feel like these characters are you. The Page of Swords, the Five. This is your energy, at least. And the Knight of Swords. This, I feel like, you know, this combination is like, I feel like it's you saying, I'm going to beat you at your own game. But what you don't realize is that this person's not playing any games. You are. What game are you trying to beat here? This is your own plan, which you're trying to implement, which might not be working out so well, or at least not as well as you thought it would, because at some point you did feel victorious. You did, with these two energies side by side here. Although this is a defeat card, there is some success here, because this person still has won the fight. Even though these two people are clearly walking away, he is a bit satisfied. So yeah, you do feel a little bit victorious. But there are consequences. And even though more offerings of love are coming your way, it's not satisfying you for some reason. It's not meeting your expectations. And so you're thinking, no, I'm not having it. You're feeling maybe like, what is it? Like, are you feeling as though this person is going to hurt you? Are you afraid that this person's going to hurt you? And so you're like, well, before they hurt me, I'm going to hurt them. I'm going to stay strong, though. And then way ahead, you're like, oh, this is not working. Clearly, this is not working. I have to come up with a new approach. And you don't implement this approach and your existing plan very well. And it's extremely futile. It doesn't work out to your favor. You realize this, though. You do. You realize it. You will realize it. You will come to realize it. This is future energy. You'll come to realize that it's not working. Oh. You're going to think about it. You're going to meditate on it. This is the Hermit's Repose card. This is not the Hermit, but it's the Hermit's Repose card. Yes, it is swords, but if there's going to be any sword card out there that speaks Virgo in any way, this would be it. Card of meditation, prayer, basically putting your sword down to rest, giving up a little bit, letting the universe handle it somehow, not too much, you know, because you're still thinking about it. And if this is not, you know, with just one person, it can be multiple people too, because of this Four of Cups here, that there is like actually more than one offer or person or situation that you have available. I am feeling it's more than one person. That is coming through. Also because of the Five of Swords here. Two people walking away. This victory card, side note about this victory card, is that the people around this person who's riding on his high horse here might not be very happy about this victory. In traditional weight meaning of this card, there's a sense of victory, but there's also a sense of watch out, because not everyone is so happy with your success here. And it could be these people that are thinking, why is this person thinking that like they've done something righteous here? No. I'm sorry if this is turning out to be a harsh reading, Virgo. I would like to repeat that I do really do love you guys, but sometimes you can be a little bit caught up in all that you're experiencing, that you are unable to realize what everyone around you is going through as well. But I do realize that we, everyone else, can have a very hard time also figuring out what you are going through. Because perhaps we don't forget it. I think that was pretty clear. Wondering if there are any other cards that are going to reveal themselves. Because I'm feeling like this might be it. This might be your reading. What can we say for all the Virgos, males and females out there, this mid-month of November 2016, energy's creeping all the way to the first week of December 2016. What is the outcome of this situation? If you don't change your behavior, what is the outcome? We already know that you're going to creep back into your standard hermit situation and think about things, perhaps not as deeply as you usually do with the Hermit card. Nevertheless, you will be doing some thinking, you will be doing some meditating, you will be resting a little bit. You're gonna be putting the sword down, because you're gonna realize that this sword element is not for you, my friend. It is not for you. Doesn't work for you guys. You guys are powerful in other ways. You guys have like earth energy on your side. You don't need a frickin' sword. Put it down. You might hurt someone. You already are hurting people. But these people, they happen to be strong. So maybe they're not as affected as you think they are. But that doesn't mean that you're not hurting people. Nothing wants to come out, Virgo. I think this is it. Seriously. Nothing wants to come out here. So I'm going to summarize your reading. You've been feeling a little bit iffy. A bit defensive. You've been a little bit worried that maybe people in your life not all of them are as good-natured as you thought. But this is more paranoia than anything else. This is you thinking like that people might be coming at you to have harsh words with you, and you want to be prepared just in case. There has been a union that's taken place. There is someone that you tend to agree with, or someone who does want to come into an agreement with you. There is something harmonious, but somewhere down the line, a judgment was made. A judgment was made, and you became weak as a result of this. You lacked the courage and the determination, perhaps, to do something about it. I say this, and I feel as though in your heart of hearts, maybe you felt as though you saw it coming. You saw it coming, and that's what you were kind of preparing yourself for it before. You saw it coming, and it arrived, made you feel a little bit off your game. Some conflicts arose. That's natural. You hurt some people. They walked away. For some reason, though, you felt like a victory was attained as a result. Like maybe they learned their lesson. Maybe they've learned their lesson. Maybe you don't realize that these people might not be coming back. Hence why the people surrounding this character on his horse here are wondering, like, do they not realize that this is not a win for them? Not entirely a win? It might be a temporary feeling of success, like you put your foot down and you expect people to realize this. But there's something missing there. And even though more people continue to come to you back with love offerings of love, it doesn't meet your expectations somehow. It doesn't. And whether or not this has something to do with a belief structure that you're used to, social order, or even religious factors, that could be. And it might be that this person's also like unwilling to compromise, or you are unwilling to compromise. It can go either way. This person, who may be an air sign, is not taking any crap at all. And since they may be giving off this demeanor of not caring, not giving a crap, like they've done whatever it is that they have done with you, they've offered you their love, they've tried to compromise with you, perhaps they've tried to show you a couple of things about yourself, about the relationship, you're also not taking it. You're saying, no, if you're going to be this way, I'm going to be this way too, but you can't be like this. You can't. And you're like holding on to how do you say it? Is it that expression? Like holding on to your guns. So much strength and conviction. But this approach is not working out for you. It's very futile. The plan that you had going for you, it's not effective anymore. You know in your heart of hearts that you need to cut it out, that you need to sever this literally from your thoughts if you are to expect any source of accomplishment or achievement to arise from this situation. Could be with one person or more than one person. I feel heavily that it is with more than one person, possibly two. You're going to be doing some thinking about this. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Pentacles. Oddly enough, the closest thing to your energy here, because it's a Pentacle sign. So Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. 3 of Pentacles is a card of two people, approaching a contract of sorts, an agreement of sorts even it can be. It can also sometimes mean, but this is very far-fetched, like some sort of arranged marriage, where one person's like happy about it, the other person not so happy about it. But when it comes down to work, this is a person, you know, who is getting ready to receive some rewards for their efforts, for their achievements. That, I feel, applies the most in this case, or a combination of those meanings, in the sense that if you do enough thinking, successful thinking, don't overthink though, don't completely retreat into your full hermit state. Put that sword down. Think about what it is in this plan of yours, in this approach of yours that is no longer serving you. And eventually your efforts are going to be recognized. They are. And agreement can happen between you two, or you three, or four, or however many people are involved in this situation. So that's what I have for you guys. Let me know if this reading resonated with you. You can give me a thumbs up. I'd love that. If it didn't, you can give me a thumbs down. And if you have something to say, please feel free. I would sincerely love to connect with you guys. I've been getting so much support, and I really appreciate it from like everyone out there. I really do. Like all this new subscribers that are coming on, and I wasn't expecting any of this when I started this channel. I really wasn't, and I'm super happy at the turnout so far. I really hope to keep bringing you guys these readings if you like them. If there's anything you would like to change, or you would like me to change with regards to this reading, please let me know, of course, and I'll do my best to comply, and I'll do my best not to disappoint you. So Virgos, have a wonderful rest of the month, and I hope to see you again in December with a fresh new reading. If it's not I will try to make you one of the first signs, because I was very late in bringing this reading now. So I will see you at the beginning of December, hopefully, and we will update your situation, or if not the very beginning, end of the first week of December. So namaste, my friends. I love you all. Peace.